Web development journey series. This is perfect for beginners and students. The fundamentals of CSS styling. The commonly used CSS selector. Some basic CSS properties. Web development tool. Fundamental of CSS styling. CSS cascading style sheet is used to style and format HTML documents. CSS separates the presentation of web page from its content. CSS selector. CSS selectors are used to target specific HTML elements and apply styles to them. Syntax for a CSS selector. Constraint of the selector itself followed by a set of curly braces that contain one or more property value pairs. Look at the syntax on example. Selector. Property 1, value 1, property 2, value 2, up to property n, value n. Body. Margin 0 pixel, 20 pixel. Padding 0 pixel, 20 pixel. Color using hexadecimal 9999999. Selectors are basically select elements, apply style to them. For example, I creating the one common selector using style tag. I create a style tag after I creating the one selector. This is a element selector. After I adding the some CSS style properties and values. Background color. I set the background color for the H1. It's a font color. I setting the font color of the blue color. After adding the padding to the particular element, finally add the border properties. 3 pixel with the style is solid, color also pink color. This is a way to using the selector. Basically, this is a selector. These are style properties. I remove styles. Next, go on the in HTML. There are 3 ways to create styles. One is inline CSS. Inline styles add a style attribute to the relevant element. Example, you can add the style attribute. After you can add the style properties and values. Second one is internal CSS. The internal CSS is defined inside a style tag after we add the selectors. For example, style tag including the body selector. After inside the body some of the styles, padding, something. Finally, external CSS. External styles are defined within the link element inside a head section of an HTML page. Example, header, link, you can mention the style sheet. After href, you can mention the location for the style file. Can go one by one. applying the inline CSS for this H1 element. So adding the style attribute. So inside here colors, background color and font color. This apply as per my mentioned in the style properties. This is the way to creating the inline styles. Next, go to the external styles. External style, you can create a style tag within a head tag. So I created the style tag by creating the two selectors. One is the body selector, right? The entire body of the page. I mentioned the padding, so I change to font family. I mentioned the font family. So the entire page applying this font. These are safe font. So next I will be added the H1 styles also. This is a way to creating the internal styles. Finally, external styles you can mention in the header section link style. This is the syntax for creating the external styles. Href you can mention the style file location. So already I created the one style. The same. Okay. I am using the two selector. One is the body. This is a element selector. After adding the H1, this is also element selector. So this is the way to creating the external styles. We commonly used CSS selector. Element selector. Element selector target all instance of a particular HTML element. For example, we will target all p tags in the document. Class selector. The class selectors target HTML element that have a specific class attribute. For example, dot class name will target all the elements that have a class attribute equal to class name. ID selector. The ID selector target a specific HTML element that have a unique ID attribute. For example, as ID name will target the element with ID equal to ID attribute equal to ID name. Multiple selectors. Apply style to multiple selectors at once using a comma separate list of selectors. This is called a multiple selector or group selector. For example, H1, H2, H3, P will target the elements like H1, H2, H3 and P tags. Combine selector. The selector select that match both of the individual selectors. For example, combine selector H1 dot customize. Select all H1 element that have a class of customized. First, you can check with element selector. So I remove this one. Now I explain with internal style because you can check it parallelly. First I using the element selector. I targeting the H1 so this is the element selector. I using some CSS properties and values also. This is the element selector. This is the way to creating the element selector. Next one is the class selector. Class selector you can targeting the particular class values. For example, I using class, I creating the class attribute inside a value customized. Okay. How can you use the class means? You can just change the selector to customized. So you can where the customized attribute is there. So all the classes, okay, the targeting the style will be applied to the all the classes. It's not checking for the element or whatever. They will be targeting to the class name only. I creating the div inside a paragraph. I using the same style to div also. So I remove H1 and paragraphs. Now I apply only for the div. So they are targeting to the class only. This is a way to creating the class at selector. You can using the hash means so dot before this using dot means that a class selector. You can mention the prefix. Hash means ID selector. You can mention the ID. It's a way to using the ID selector. Next one is the multiple selector. Multiple selector, I need to creating the multiple elements. So you can clear. So I creating the H2, H3 tags. Multiple selectors using comma separator H1 comma H2 comma H3 comma finally P. So all the elements H1, H2, H3 finally P tag. So all are applying this styles. This is the way to creating the multi selectors. Okay, using the different combination. So based on your needs. Finally, combine selector. Combine selector. Here I mentioned the class. Okay. By using div. The div means the targeting all the divs. Okay. I duplicate this div. Multiple times. After I remove the that's class name. only div. So first div I mentioned the class customized. Second, nothing. Okay, the simple div only. I not mentioned any class name. The second and third div. Okay, I using element selector. So they will be applying all the divs in the document. So I using the combination for div with style. Okay, customized. So they will be apply. First they are checking in the div element. Next they are checking the class name. That means this is comes from the logically and condition. So both are satisfied, then only the selector will be selected after applying the inside the style properties. So they will be checking for the div after have the style class name also customized. So they will be selecting this element. So the condition will be satisfied. So selecting this element, apply the internal inside the curly process style properties and values to the particular selector. This is a combined selector. For example, I using ID. The class name you can mention the dot prefix. So ID means you can mention the prefix hash. This also same. This is a combined selector only. The logical is different. Previously I selecting the div with class name customized. Now I change to div with ID customized. So they will be targeting this only. They will be applying the style for them. This is the way of selectors. Dissonant selector. Dissonant selectors target element that are dissonant of another element. For example, div space p will target all paragraph element that are dissonance of a div element. Child selector. The child selector target only immediate children of a element. For example, p div greater than p will target all p elements that are direct children of a div element. Let's check the example. By using div p, they will targeting to the div inside a p. That is paragraph tag. So they will not mention any class or something. So we will be applying. They will be targeting all the div inside a p tag. That is paragraph tag. Suppose I added li ol with li 5 inside paragraph. They will be targeting all the childrens. Okay. P inside a div inside a p tag. Okay, this is also one of the children. So they are applying all the div children p tags. This is the dissonant selector. Next one is the child selector. Suppose I using greater than symbol. So they will be targeting direct children only. Div is a direct children. Okay, this is applying this side. So OLLI, right, inside a paragraph is not a direct children of a div. So this is not selecting to the particular selector. This is direct children. Attribute selector. The attribute selector targets elements that have a specific target attribute or attribute values. For example, target equal to self -self will target all the elements with target equal to -self. Let's go on the example. I remove these unwanted things. We're creating some internal links and external links. Google search page or external links. I added a target attribute value is blank. Next one, target attribute cell. Target attribute is parent. Okay. Nice. Explain to the attribute selector. So I just add the A tag. So apply all the anchor tags. I remove this value. So I mentioned the inline block will be show like after adding the margin top bottom 0 pixel and top bottom 5 pixel. You can get the gap between the each links. This is a common thing. Common for the anchor tag. After so our goal is explain to the attribute selector. So this is common for the anchor tag. So I remove here and background color. Change this. Things are coming in the right. Font color also put it in the anchor tag have a attribute target. Okay. So currently the target attribute. Okay. They will not mentioning okay the values for them. So they will directly have any target supply in the styles. So add a combination with anchor tag with attribute. Okay, I just add the attribute on the H1. Okay. If you just targeting attribute means they will apply all the attribute. Okay, the attribute for the target. Okay, I remove this one for your reference. If you mention directly attribute means they will be targeting all the attribute target. Okay, I am using the combination of anchor with attribute. Okay. I need to check the value next. Value with the self. So directly the target the first date will be combination with anchor tag. After it's checking the attribute, finally they check the attribute value equal to self. You can change the blank means they will targeting to the attribute equal to blank. Same way. You can choose the parent means they will selecting to the parent attribute value. These are the attribute selectors. So basically the attribute selector they will be targeting to the attribute. Okay. You can check on the value also. So you need means you can check based on your requirement. You can apply with attribute selector. Okay. Sometimes you want to change the button disable. All the disable means you can use the button with attribute disable. All the disable button applying the common style for that. Pseudo class selectors. The pseudo class selector target a element based on a state that they are in. For example, H over targeting an element and the mouse cursor is hovering over it. Pseudo's element selector. Pseudo's element selector targeting a specific part of a element. For example, before the targeting the content that appear before any element. So let's go the example. First, we check on the pseudo class selector. So I remove this one. Change to H over. H over means you can roll over the element. That is the state of the particular DOM. H over. Okay. Mouse focus. Others are state. Okay. The buttons. Okay. The focus. Cursor focus or mouse focus. These are the state of the behaviors. The element state class for example H over. Next one is the you can change the here. Okay, I'll creating the div inside 5 paragraphs, some dummy text. Div inside P. Currently, the style will apply inside all the paragraph element. Okay. And just I selecting the first element means first child. So then targeting the first child. Same thing. You can use the last means you can apply in the last child, nth child, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. These are the state of the element. The nth child, first child, last child. This also state of the particular element. This also based on the pseudo class selectors. Next one is the pseudo element selector. Just to remove this one. Basically, creating the after. We must add the content currently they are div targeting all the p element. I create the after element. After means the content after. Can create before means before the element. Is the additional properties for the DOM. You can create the before and after. Okay, you must add the content, then only that element will be created. Before, after. You can change the whatever style also. I just change the font weight. Is bold. Need some padding. Okay. Apply various style also. This is the way to creating the pseudo class selector and pseudo element selectors. After you go on the some basic CSS properties. There are some basic CSS properties. Color. Set the color of the text. Font size. Set the size of the font. Font weight. Set the font thickness or thin. That means bold, normal. Font family. Set the font type space. That means you can set the font family name. For example, Arial, Verdana, that are font faces. Types of the space you can mention with fonts family. That is font space. Font style. Set the font style. Example, italic and normal. Let's go the run with live preview. Internal browser. first go with color. Color, basically they mention with three types of colors is available. There are several ways to add the color to the HTML. That one is color name. You can use the predefined color name to set the color of the element. For example, color equal to red, green. They are predefined in the browser kit. Each browser has a separate browser kit engine. That predefined colors are already mentioned in the browser engine. So that will be available in the browsers. The predefined colors, red, green, blue and some other colors are available in the predefined colors. Second one is the hexadecimal color values. Hexadecimal color values represented the colors using the combination of 6 digits that present the amount of red, green and blue. That is RGB. The colors with value range from 00 to 44. That is the hexadecimal value. You can add a prefix with the hash. That's mean hexadecimal value. For example, if you need to add the red mean hash FF. First one for 2 digits is red. Second 2 digits for green. Last one 2 digits is blue. You can add the pure red mean hash FF0000. The last 2 for 00 for green and blue. Third one is the RGB function. RGB colors value represent the color using the amount of red, green, blue in a color with value range from 0 to 255 to 55. For example, you can check with the red means RGB function color value. You can set the high range of the red means 255 00. You can get the pure red color. I commented here. Color. First one is using the predefined colors. Red. So predefined color red. A lot of predefined colors are available. Green. Green. So these are the predefined colors. This is available in the browser kit engine. Second one is the hexadecimal. You can add with the prefix. First I add the red color. So the first 2 space for red, second 2 space for green, last one is the blue. So if you want pure red mean, you can add the FF. The range is 00 to FF. Okay, this is hexadecimal. The FF means 255. So I change to green mean. So this is a green. You want to change to blue mean, this is pure blue. This is a way to set the hexadecimal value. Finally, go to the RGB function. This is also 3 parameter, the same combination of red, green, blue, but range is 0 to 255. That is a decimal value. So I set the red means 255, full range of red, green 0, blue 0. You get the pure red color. You change the order. You get the green. You can change to here. Check the blue color. Font size. You can mention with font size. Size of the font. Basically, they mention with pixel. I mention the pixel. The pixel is a unit of the visual view. The device, right? The device have the sum of the resolutions, width and height. I have mentioned in the pixel. The same unit for the pixel. That means you can mention with px. I change to 30 pixel. Is a pixel. One more unit also available, that is em. Is a unit of measurement that represent the font size of the element. Specifically, 1 em is equal to the font size of the parent element. For example, the parent have a 16 pixel means 1 em equal to 16 pixel. The 2 em equal to 32 pixel. The multiple of the parent value. Each unit. I mentioned the 1 em. That means this, I think. So I will set the parent value to get some clear idea. The parent is body. Font size equal to 16 pixel. I change to 2 em. Okay. So I change the parent, right? This also apply to 2 em means 20 pixel. 16 means 2 em 32 pixel. Based on the parent, the each unit value will be changed. That is the em measurement. Font weight. Font weight, you can set the font thickness or thin. Normally it's a normal one. That is the normal style. Without bold. If you want bold means you can mention the bold. Okay. Otherwise you can add the 400 for normal. Not it is just 400. Mention 700. That is bold. Next one is the font style. Basically the font styles are normal. You want to change the italic means italic. Slightly come with font style. The font style will be changed based on the CSS property. Font style, italic and normal. Finally, font family. The font family, there are 3 types of you can use with the font family. One is the predefined one. Same in the color, right? Color name are predefined in the browser. The same, the font are the safe font. They mentioned in the safe font that are in the predefined in the browser engine. These are the available things. First you can here the Courier. A lot of fonts also available. Arial, Verdana. So these are the famous font. I change to Verdana. I change the italic. So it is a Verdana. Much decent font. Courier. These are the font space. Type space. Second one is the using Google font. The Google font can check with the Google browser. The Google font, lot of Google fonts also available. You can use that. Select the Google font. You can include in the CSS area. But finally, using custom font. Custom font, nothing that you can based on the client or can create a brand. Other things also they are using the some custom fonts. Each brand, for example, Walt Disney, right? That is a different font. Walt Disney, like each brand have they will following the some custom fonts, their own style. You can include the font with the font asset. Include the font asset. You can mention the font name. That is the custom fonts. background color. Set the background color of the element. Background image. Set the background image of the element. I just creating the one view. Inside the para, some dummy text. Add one more para. Background color also can the same type in the font color, right? They are mentioned with the three types. One is the predefined color, second one is the hexadecimal color, third one is the RGB function. So first I go on the background color with the predefined. So a lot of predefined is now also available. I just change the color brown. I change the font color. Little, okay, I change to little white. Font colors. Background image using URL function. URL, you just mention the path of the image. Resource path. You can mention the basically the background color is override to the image. So you can change any order. The background image is the window. The image is repeated, right? Okay. Set background image size equal to cover. Cover means they cover the element size. The image will be rescale and fit to the DOM size. That means the div element currently I am using the div DOM. Then mention that. Next is the padding. Padding, set the padding space between the element, content the and itself border. They will be applying inside the border of the element, applying the spaces. Margin. Margin, set the margin space outside of the element's border. That means the outside of the DOM element. If you need some space between the each DOM, you can mention the margin. If you need some inside space means you can mention the padding. Width. Set the width of the element. Height. Set the height of the element. I use first padding. Padding. Okay, padding also you can declare the three types. Okay, padding and margin. First, you can set it to single parameter means that means 20 pixel. You can apply overall side. That means top, right, bottom, finally right. All four sides apply evenly 20 pixel. Single parameter. You can use the two parameter means first can get with the 20 pixel for the top and bottom, 10 pixel for left and right. Three parameter one can change with the bottom. So a little higher value. So bottom applying the 50 pixel. First for the 20 pixel stop, second 10 pixel for left and right. The third one is the bottom 50 pixel. You can use the 4 parameter or you can customize the all side. That means this basically comes from the clockwise direction. 4 pixels, 4 parameters. Top, right, top is 20, right is 10 pixel, bottom is 50 pixel, right is 40 pixel. That means clockwise direction. We have the tips for setting the 4 parameters in the padding and margin. Start from the top, that is clockwise direction, top, right, bottom, finally left. Come from the clockwise direction. Same thing you can use on the margin also. 10 pixel. The margin basically come from the out of the element. I set some border. You can get some clear idea. Border 2 pixel, solid, with the color black. So color you can use the 3 types. Okay, I using the hexadecimal format. That means 6 values. Black. The margin apply outside of the border. That means margin also same logic like a padding, but margin is apply outside of the element. That means outside of the border. So single parameter you only apply in the all 4 sides. 2 parameter, first one is taking top and bottom, second one is the left and right. Third parameter, finally bottom have the 50 pixels. So I just get some clear idea. Apply div inside the paragraph. Okay, change the color, background color. Some blue color. Apply in the inside the div margin. You get some clear idea. Okay, first parameter, add on the padding also. Padding is 10 pixels for the all 4 sides. Currently looking to the margin using 3 parameters, 10 pixels for top, 20 pixels for left and right, 50, then a bottom parameter. Just adjust the bottom margin will be adjusted like a 10 pixel. So using the 4th parameter, 4th is the right side. That means it's same like in the padding. So clockwise direction. First is the start from the top, right, bottom, finally left. This is the way to applying the margin and padding. Next go on the width and height. So width you can mention with the paragraph 50 pixels. Sorry, 50%. You restrict the size. Basically, paragraph is a blocking element. The default occupied width will be 100%. You can mention the 50% based on the parent. You can get the 50% of the size. And 20 means 20, 60. You can mention with the sizes using pixel, percentage. Finally, view width and view height. That is the VW, VH. That is viewport of the size. Okay. You can go on the height 26 parameter. You can set the parent height 50%. Set the parent with pixel 400 pixel. So evenly I divided 50% means each paragraph applies 50% based on the parent 30. Okay, height is the height and width you can mention based on the needs. Okay, unit is pixel, percentage is the based on the parent occupied in the percentage. For example, the parent is 400 pixel means so it will be applied 20 pixel means 40 plus 80 pixels. 30 means 120 pixels. Okay, use the VW. DH. Just to go on the width. VW 40. Okay. VW is nothing. That is the unit for the viewport. The viewport means the available visual width. Each device have the different resolutions. They will calculate that. The 80 means 80% of the viewport. The width VW is the mentioned for the viewport of the width. I mentioned 100 means 100% of the viewport. 99. Available visual width. That is the viewport. Viewport width. You can apply in the height also. T view edge. 50% of the view height. 20, 80. This is the way to applying the size of the width and height. Next one is the border. Set the border style, width and color of the border color. Text align. Set the horizontal alignment of the text within an element. Line height. Set the vertical space between the line of the text. Text decoration. Set the decoration of the style of the text such as underline, strike through. Let's go on the border. Next is in the border for the paragraph text. First parameter you can use with the border thickness. Mention 2 pixels. Second was the border style, solid. Finally, set the color. You can mention 3 types of color: predefined color, hexadecimal, and RGB color. Hexadecimal colors. Using red colors. Different color. So green. Highlighter. High pixel. Thickness of the border. This is solid. It's a style. There are different styles also available. Double. The double line is coming. Lot of styles also available. You can use the different way also. Border. Separator. Border. Weight. That is the thickness of the border. Mention 10 pixels. Border style. A lot of styles also available. Dashed. Double. None means not sitting in any style. Dotted. Default one is the solid. Solid, just apply the border. Border color. Again, using a separate way also. Can split to using the this individual property. Can get some clear. You can use the separate text. Get some clear idea. But professional, they are using the single thing. Okay, using the multiple parameters. You can choose which is your comfortable. Text align. The default text align is the left one. You can make it center with the center align. Right alignment. Left alignment. Text line height. You can mention it pixel. 20 pixel. Can adjust the line height for each line. Mention 50. You can get some line spacing for the each line. You can change. You can customize based on your design. You can use the same in the font size. Font size is 20 pixel. The line height also 20 pixel. You need some space in the each line. You can add some extra. So we add some 26 pixel with some space on the each line. Text line. Text decorator. Text decoration. You can using the line through. You can create it. For this normal one, you need some border, underline. You can decorate the text like that. Each DOM have a separate properties. That is, main is display. The display, you can set the font DOM element behaviors. Set how the element should be displayed, such as block or inline. The block means you can blocking the whole width of the content. The inline, they will be applied based on the content. Basically, div, paragraph, header tags are blocking element. Inline is blocking element. Span, labels are inline blocking elements. Box shadow. Add a shadow effect to the element. Border radius. You can change the border shapes around the corner of the element. You can adjust the border shape. If you want some round shape of the DOM element, you can use the border. You can adjust with the border radius. First go on the display inline block. They have more content, so I added some limited text to get some clear idea. So the inline block means okay, there will be not blocking entire width of the content. Okay, blocking based on the content. So basically paragraph is the blocking element, the blocking entire width of the content. Using you can customize change with display inline block. If you don't want to see, okay, you want to hide that particular element means okay, I need to hide the header. Okay. How can I hide means using display none to hide. You want show means you can apply the basic property display block means can show. You don't want, okay, can hide and show. Okay, using the functional you can use this hide and show using display block or display none. Applying the box shadow for the div element. So we have the box shadow. This is first for the indent value. Okay, dimension 0 0. This is a 0 means no border. This is a not a border. This is the shadow size 5 pixels. Change to some other color. This is for 2 pixels. You can some blur, right? You can use the blur sizes. Okay. For example, using 10 pixels for the whole border, applying the 5 pixel for blur. You can apply blur. Okay. No need to blur means you can just put it 0. You want 8 pixel means you can getting more blur because the 10 pixel is border, applying 8 pixel for blur. This one is the exposition. Okay, I just change to 10 pixel. Okay. Completely move right side, that is the X. Okay, left hand side, that is the X. Okay. Horizontally, then it will move based on your value. 5 means 5 is the vertical point, that is the Y. Okay. 0 means we start from here, we are just say 5 means little down. This is the way to applying the border box. And using border radius. Using 50%, we get some oval shape or circle. Based on the rectangle is coming oval shape. This comes from square means we get a circle, perfect circle. I created one circle view. I mentioned the width height. So it also 200 pixel. Okay, got a circle. Add some padding. Text align. Center. Create a circle shape. Here it is. If you want the circle means add some 50%. Okay. Split the separator also. Separator means you can set the percentage rate. We start from the left. That is so. Get some different shapes. That is 50, 30, again 50, and again 30. This also come from the clockwise direction. Start from the top left corner, second top right, bottom right, bottom left. 2 6 parameter. You can add the 4 parameter. You can adjust whatever need. You can adjust based on the radius. Have separator also available. Border, top, radius, right. So I need to 0%. Need to change the border, the separator also. Now on 4 sides also available. You can split into separators. Otherwise you can use the single border radius mentioned with different parameters. This is the way to using the CSS style properties. If you enjoyed this video and really it's helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you will get the latest videos when we upload new videos. Also make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates. Your support helps us create more content and reach a wide audience. Thank you for watching and we will see in the next video.